Hi guys, Ronda Winstead here, aka Ronda without an H, and I am feeling yay, so much better. Okay, so I have something totally different than what I have ever showed on my YouTube channel. Yeah. First of all, I just want to say hello. I hope you are having a fabulous day. I love you. I am so grateful that you're here with me. And I just, for whatever reason, I'm just going to do this. I have shared with many of you through the videos. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I am so happy you're here. I do a variety of different things. And one of those that we're kind of switching up today is I'm going to quilt a journal cover. And this is my backing. It is an old feed sack, and you can see the holes in it, which I think are amazing. I've ironed this. Quilters, we iron things. Junk journalers, not so much, which, I'm kind of both, and I'm trying to continue to try to marry the two. But I wanted to bring in some more elements. I am still absolutely in love with my recent design team project with 49dragonflies with her digitals for October. And I'll deviate just a minute here and let's go through and I will show you what I have finished up for October. This, I believe, is all I had done and then ended the video. So after off camera, then I went ahead and added my background papers, and I will have Barbara's information to her shop and to her digitals. And I'm doing something else with her digitals today, the quilting thing. So, but I'm loving this. Now this is mine. This is an image of mine, and these are some stamps, a collage set of stamp. Well, it's not a collage, is it? It's just a stamp set, a digital of some stamps that I had purchased that are fallish. But I have intermixed, as you can see, one of the things for those that are new, and if you haven't gone back, I hope you'll take a look at my other bullet journal for the months. I've been trying to include stamps and washi tape. Those were my two challenges to myself come January to incorporate those. And sometimes it's been super easy and sometimes not so much. Okay, but you can see I have added my washi tapes. I've added my images. These backgrounds are so gorgeous, and then I have just layered, and I used quite a few of the ephemera that she had in her kits. And this, I mean, it's a lot of layering, and I love it. I absolutely love it. And I've still given myself plenty of room, and sometimes my gratitude, it can just be 3 words. So I've still got room in here that I can write that. And then here we have Halloween. It's on a Sunday this year, so I did all my, the spider stuff and on this one day. And then here you have this gorgeous page that I've just added these stamp stickers. And I will write a synopsis for November or something. I'm not sure. I might put a turkey right there. I don't know. But as you can see, most of the week is November. So guys, this is done. I love it. Again, go to Barbara's shop and check it out. Now, what I decided to do is that I thought her digitals were so beautiful, the backgrounds, that they would also make a really beautiful autumn journal, fall, autumn, and we're still in that. I know it's, you know, we're thinking about other things now, but so I've started working a little bit, and then I thought, well, you know what, turn the camera on, show these gals what you're doing in case there are those that really would, you know, like to quilt something. This is a method that I learned many years ago when working with small wall hangings and that type of thing. If you have a flat surface, a table, that you can use masking tape, then you can stretch it. So what you do is you iron your piece of backing fabric, and then you start and, you know, just put your tape. You know, if I put a tape here, put a tape here, put a tape here, put tape over here, until it gets to where there's no give. Now, if you see these little wrinkles on the very edge here, that's what you don't want, because when you're quilting and you have that, then they'll be puckered underneath. And I don't know that it matters on something like this, because in a journal, sometimes messy is fabulous, and, you know, and get more of that grungy look. But that's just for those that if you're wanting the backing to really stand out and you're wanting it to look beautiful and smooth and straight, then this is an easy method to make that work. Okay, so moving right along. This is a piece of Warm and Natural. I like to work with this batting because it's thin and it just has wonderful texture. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Oh, I know, you guys, it's like, let's feel the fabric. Let's feel the texture. And then what I did is I took one of Barbara's gorgeous digitals. Not this one, but just to show you how gorgeous the digitals really are. And I've been cutting them up, that I'm, you know, using them in this method. But what I did was I printed it on fabric. Okay. Is this just yummy? Are you loving it? Yeah. And then she said, I got some of my bedspread, chenille bedspread that I have. Oh, I've still got quite a bit of it left, and it's fabulous. I love it, love it, love it. And I just, oh, look at that chunky texture and just yumminess. So I edged it all the way around, because an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and then you take off for the little tiny border that comes, you know, mine prints that way, and it's not quite large enough, in my opinion, to be a good journal cover. And so I wanted to make it bigger, and this is how I did that. I stretched it by stitching here, and then I did the top and the bottom on top of. I stitched down, and I did my stitching. If you go to my Etsy shop, Ronda without an H, I make these pages where I cover the old book pages, and I do a straight stitch and then a zigzag. That's just kind of my thing that I love to do to make pages, and so I just kind of followed that through on this as well. Okay, so now what we're going to do is get that nice, and then we're going to pin it in a couple of places, and then I'm going to stitch. Now, what I have to remember, you guys, in all honesty, I have not, and I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm just looking in my sewing cabinet here for just a second. I'm looking for my quilting pins. Quilting pins. Help, where are you? And I am seeing all kinds of wonderful things, but not my quilting pins. Okay. Well, that might cause me to do a little bit of something. Just one sec. Could this be them? Nope. Darn it. All right, you guys. Well, I apologize. I'm so sorry. Okay. Oh, I don't know what I did with them. What I normally use, but I have to be honest, I have not quilted anything for a few years. So this could be a real disaster. But when I was, my quilting pins are bent. See that? Bend versus a straight pin. And what that does is it allows you to just come in and scoop up a little bit. So these are quilting pins. They've just gotten mixed in with others. Okay, so I'm going to put one there. I'm going to come over here on an opposite side. I'm going to put one there. I'm not going to put too many. I don't need too many. Now, if you are brand spanking new at this, just keep in mind that, you know, this is, we're just having fun, you guys. We're just having some fun. Okay, and you'll notice too that I'm lifting up to see that I'm catching my bottom fabric as well. And then I've got like, I think I'll put one in the center there. Just for now, we'll call that, we'll kind of pretend that's good. Now, normally I might put pins, you know, a little more. I might put one here and here and here and here as well. But just, you get the idea. Okay, now we're ready with this. So that's, I mean, that's not a lot of work. Although maybe it does seem like, you know, it's like, wow, Rhonda, what are you doing? I'd be like, I don't know, you guys. Having been sick and cancer and COVID and all that kind of stuff, it's like turning my brains weird. But I have to tell you, I don't have to tell you, I want to tell you. You guys, I have felt today better than I have felt in 2 months. I just am like, thank you, Lord. I am so grateful for thy tender mercies, thy bounteous blessings. And I've had some of you, you know, because I know some of you you don't believe what I believe, and I'm totally respectful of that. But I've had so many, if they haven't wished me, you know, with prayers and that kind of thing. One sweet gal said, you know, I pray Allah that you'll get well. And I just was like so touched. It was just like, oh, thank you. We don't have to be the same religion to love each other and to share our lives and to be kind, do we? Okay, now, there's kind of a lot of deliciousness that could be used. Now, that would be good, you know, for on a page, a journal page, putting it down and putting some paint or some good stuff down. So we definitely won't throw that away. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do, and see how nice and smooth this is? No little wrinkles. That's when you quilt, you have to iron. You have to press your blocks. And actually pressing is a more proper term than ironing, because ironing kind of denotes this, where you're sort of moving it around. pressing is down and up, down and up, down and up, which holds your fabric in place. Okay, guys, I'm going to try to get my machine set up, and I think I might do a little trial thing. I might do a little piece of something just to play around a little bit before I turn the camera back on, so that if it's 100% thumbs down, that I'll be a little better prepared for it. But I will be back. Hang on. Okay, guys, I am back, and I want to show you that I have been playing around just a little bit. I made myself kind of a little cheat quilty thing here, and I adjusted my tension so that the back and top threads are nice and even. This was the first one that I did. I actually did my name. Oh my goodness. But, excuse me, the cough is still here, but that's okay. And this is a couple of days later, you guys, because the reality is I had to adjust my whole setup to accommodate for me to be able to bring my machine over and in a reasonable way to show you some of the stitching and whatnot. So we will continue on lifting up my presser foot in the back, and we will just clip that off, and I will use this again, you know, to check my stitches. It's good to have something that you can, you know, kind of play with. So we'll set those aside and let's get the real thing. Oh no, she said. Oh, you guys. This is actually kind of fun to take you on this journey with me. It's very scary because, like I said, I haven't done this in years. Literally years. And so it's kind of like a whole brand new thing. Okay, now this is what I have learned. And what I'm showing you, let's see, can I get a little more light? Let's see, maybe. Oh, yeah, that's a little better. Okay, let me get my quilting gloves. I use quilting gloves. It's just easier for me. I don't, you know, perhaps everybody has their own way. This is a Brother sewing machine that I picked up used, and I think it's going to work fine. I also have, this is a slick quilting sheet, and you can tell by, I've had this for years. I might have to break down and get me a new one. But, well, let's see. I should show you this first. Let's take that back out. I cut a hole in this sheet so that I could do my sewing here and know that, you know, I'm not sewing through the sheet. And I have taped it so that it doesn't move, because if this slides all over the place, then the hole is going to move, and invariably I'm going to end up stitching on this sheet, which I don't want to do. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this back in. Got the presser foot up again. And what I do is I will push my needle down and up, lift my presser foot, and I will pull up my bottom thread. Okay? Because I don't want that to get in the way of my quilting on the back, and I don't want it to get caught. So now I've got my presser foot down, and I'm going to take just a couple of stitches in place, and then I will start quilting, and eventually I will trim this off. Okay. All right. All right, you guys, let's just go. Now, keeping in mind that I have most likely, at this point, I have adjusted my my tensions. You want to make sure that you do that. That's an important step before you quilt, so that your thread is in between the two. And I cannot get that off. Ah, help. And I'm just doing some little fall leaves on this, and put your speed at what you're comfortable with. Adjust your stitch. My normal stitch is a 2.5. I've increased that to 3, and I've got it on fast because I do find it's easier for me to quilt faster than slower. Slower, I have a tendency to make more mistakes. And even fast. I mean, I am not great at this. But I'm just going to quit talking here for a minute and just kind of show you what I'm doing, and let's just continue on. Make sure before you sew that your presser foot is down. All righty. Just filling in some of these spaces, just kind of, sort of having a cool time here. I mean, by no stretch of the imagination would I say, you guys, that I'm good at this, right? Okay. Well, that's kind of fun. All right, so I'm going to turn the camera off. I will, I'll just keep it going. You can fast forward if you don't like it. We'll just finish this up, and then as I come to them in the spaces, then I will take out my quilting pins, and then, well, I don't know. You will see. I don't know what else. Just kind of get a feel for it, guys. This is really actually quite fun. I haven't done this, like I said, in many years, and I was never really good, and you can tell I'm not good, but I am just, having a good time here. I'm just kind of, filling in. Switch up your designs. There's something very freeing about doing something like this. using a variegated thread, actually. Okay, let us call that good. And here we go. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. And I didn't come out here because I plan on doing not the free form, but with my quilting foot outlining here, and then perhaps some more stitching here, but I want to make sure that it's trimmed up nicely so that if I wanted to add some other lace or other elements, I can do that to make the journal cover. All right. So guys, this is it for this video. I hope this has been fun and informative for you. I will, in the next video, I will show you what I've ended up with, this journal cover. So give it a try. I mean, you know, have some fun with it. Go check out Barbara's shop. She's amazing. And until next video, guys, please have a fabulous day. I love you so much. Bye-bye now.